What's up? How y'all doing? We have a full show today. We're going to be getting into Kevin Samuels calling a black woman average. We're going to be getting into Jaguar Wright and her husband addressing Talib Kweli. And we also going to be addressing the mishap that happened on Clubhouse, addressing, mob radio, what really went down. We're going to be addressing that as well on the show. But let me first start off with this. I was hearing about it on Clubhouse and hearing about it on the YouTube streets about this gentleman named Kevin Samuels. He's a 51-year-old man that is a YouTuber, and he talks about relationship advice. And, black women come on there, and he always talking about, average, low average black women, the problem with black women, what black women look for in a man, etc. So it was this black woman that went on the show to have a conversation with Kevin, the host of the show. So she was asking him questions like, he was pretty much asking her questions about what kind of man is she looking for. She said she makes six figures, so she pretty much wanted a man that pretty much makes six figures, like her uncle and her daddy. So the conversation was going good, but then he was getting irritated because he was like, you should have gotten you want to do this right now. I don't want to talk to you right now, but since it is, I'm gonna make an example out of you. So it kind of went left. Then he asked her pretty much, he said from a scale of 1 to 10, but you can't use 7. How do you look? How do you label yourself? And I think she said she labeled herself a 6. And when she said a 5, but when she put on makeup, it's a 6. So you really can tell that the lady had low, self-esteem issues. And it's a problem when you're going to a man that's already biased towards black women. He already got his mind made up towards black women. He was telling her that, hey, you got a sketchy baby daddy, but yet you want to get a man that make 6 figures. You got a sketchy baby daddy, yet you want a man that makes 6 figures. They're not gonna look for an average woman that already got a baby and you middle age, like in 35 years old. So I'm just looking at her, just really down on herself, and I'm like, and I was saying to myself, as a man, I don't want a woman that's weak and be like, oh, well, I'm a 5, I'm a 6. You gotta have confidence, even if you butt ugly. Still have that confidence and it make me look at you twice. Okay. Have that self-confidence, but the woman did not have it. She was broken. And I think the issue that she's broken, that she's single, that she cannot get a man that she really want. And he was making some good points. He made some good points in the interview, right? When he was talking with her. You keep saying that you want this 6-figure man. Why not, because you make money. Now, if you was working at the post office, you would give an average guy a chance because you average. And I want to add on to that. Maybe I would have told her, get beyond your means, and you never know. Maybe you probably can't find a man, but how about you get a man and try that work at FedEx? What's the problem with getting a guy that work at the post office? What's the problem of getting a guy that work at these type of things? Give me a second. Hello? Hey. Oh, you want me to give you? You want me to give you? Okay, y'all. I thought that was I thought that was Kevin Samuels calling me. Yeah, so I thought that was Kevin Samuels calling me because you got to be careful when you bringing up people's name on here because I thought that was Kevin Samuels actually calling me right now. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay. And pretty much you just seen that she had doubt, and he was bringing up some good points. I just think that his delivery was something, and that conversation should have happened privately. And I just wish that she would have went with some sisters and had a conversation. She's beautiful. I would talk to her, but I don't make six figures. And see, women, maybe that's the case. Maybe you're putting down, people that they ain't making it six figure. What if I may not make six figures now, but in a year or two I might make more than six figures. But you're not giving me a chance because you already chasing another group of people, and the good man is right there, delivering boxes at Amazon. I'm just saying, can you get that man a try? In my humble opinion, but it was just delivery, and then when he told her, he said, "You're average at best." I felt for her because she was like, "You ain't got to be me." Then he cussed her. I felt the lady got degraded. It was just like the lady literally came there for advice, and if she felt low, she left Kevin Samuels' show feeling lower than low. Okay, you really could tell that she was hurt, and maybe because she was in these bad relationships. And I'm just looking at her, and it was just his delivery. Some of his messages were great messages, in my humble opinion. It was the delivery. And she really wanted to talk and to give her side of the story and what's really going on. But I really prayerful because I was trying to find her. Now, mind you, Tasha was talking about her as well, that you never talk to your supporters like that. And Tasha K is right. You never degrade your supporters like how that person did, Kevin Samuels did to that black woman. Now, I know the phone line is probably going to be packed, so we will open up the lines and allow y'all to speak up and call in. But I just want to know, ladies, is it a problem if a man work at Amazon? He may work at Amazon one day and may be a co-owner of his own company. Can you give him a chance? Now, I know it's dependent upon your age. Like if you're in your 20s, get a man if the man is working, telling him dating you, he might get a seed planted to even own his own company. So I just think a lot of you, they say, what do you want? I want me a man with a lot of money. But you have to understand and study those type of men. It's not a problem. You got to study those type of group. And half of the time, they don't even look for black women. Uh-oh. The man that really making the big money, the millions of dollars or the six-figure deals, they really don't look for black women. Did I say that already? They look for some white or lighter, high yellow skin. They don't really look for dark-skinned women. I'm gonna be honest with you, especially if you look average. They will get an average white woman before they will get a quote-unquote average black woman. So you got to understand and study the group of people that you really want. A lot of those type of people, they don't date people that look like that woman that was on the screen. And that's why she's hurt, because she's keep getting the rejection of no, because the group that she's looking at don't want it. And you kind of like bypass the people that really want you. And I want the sisters to call in and to speak on this as well. But is it a problem if your man is a CNA? He might be a CNA today, but be an RN next year. You know what I mean? So are you going to bypass him because you just want a man with six figures, but the good man that's out here bagging groceries, he right there, but you annoying him because you're chasing the man with the six figures. He wants Susie with the good hair, or Karen with the iPhone calling the cops on black folks. He want her, and you bypassing a man that's vacuuming the floor and throwing out garbage. I'm just saying, and that will treat you like the queen that you really are. So it's just a lot that I could just have on this situation. I felt for that black woman. I teared up. And I teared up. Yes, I'm gonna be honest with you. I teared up. I was watching and I teared up a little bit because she was hurt. And I can just tell that she keep getting rejected and that she's internalizing the rejection. And now she said, oh, I'm a 5. I don't let that go. I'm a 5. But if I take all this makeup and stuff off, I'm a 6. Now she's internalizing because she's keep getting rejected. I personally believe she probably looking in the wrong direction. She probably bypassed so many good men, but she want that fantasy man that in her mind that he got to make all this money and bypasses so many good middle class or working class men. Ain't nothing wrong with a good working class man if he's a good provider, if he's going to be there for you. But if you make more money, then maybe you need to bend your standards a little bit. Not throw them away, but say, let me get this man to try that's a supervisor at McDonald's. Let me give him a try. You know what I'm saying? And too many women do that. They be chasing. I don't want a man without, and I say this, I want a beautiful wife that is beautiful, that I'm attracted to, that we can build an empire together. I'm not gonna get over here. Well, I want my woman to make a lot of money. I want her to make 16 figures, 100,000 figures. I want to be, reasonable in my desire and my requests, in my humble opinion. Okay. That's what I want. Whatever I desire, whatever's my request, I want to, be reasonable. And I just think that her desire, it was, she didn't get it and she rejected it. So now she got to run to a man that I heard. I don't know how true it is. They said the man done been divorced twice. They said Kevin Sam been divorced twice allegedly, and he's trying to give out relationship advice. I don't know how true that is. Okay, so don't quote me on that. All right, but I heard that he been divorced twice. He don't have credentials. He's just a fraud. That's what I heard. But in his mindset, he speaks for so many men of color. He does speak. He speaks for so many that believe in that mindset. And he did say something to the truth that younger women want older men. He's right about that. And then he probably got a lot of younger women that he can control and manipulate. Right? So it was that, of course, I'll open the phone lines, allow you, the viewer, to speak on that situation, because I felt bad. Because that woman was coming for some advice. And I personally believe that woman was attracted to Kevin Samuels. And she probably want to date Kevin Samuels, because women are attracted to that. When you have that standard, even if it's that toxic masculinity, even if it's toxic, women are attracted to that. Women are attracted to Tommy when he be called a woman bees. Women attracted to that. It turns to women on. One woman told me she get real wet when Tommy called her a bee and a H and all that dumb. She said she get really wet. She said she's attracted to that. She don't like a guy that's too nice. Treating her nice, waking up to a nice, good breakfast, massaging her feet. She said she don't like that. But yes, Kevin Samuels on YouTube. He's a big YouTuber. And I'm just saying to any black women, don't go over there and get triggered. Okay? Don't you be hitting that link and you look average. Because if he say you look average, don't come over with Wiley. He said I look average. You beautiful. Because over here at the Wiley Show, you look beautiful. You are number 10. So if you go over there and he reads you, don't say Wiley sent you. No. You're beautiful. You are number 10. Even if you're missing some of your teeth, you are a number 10. But if you go over there, if you say, I don't want to be mean, but you low average. Or you below average. Don't go over there, you go over there crying. That's your fault. Don't come over here blaming me on Wiley. Kevin said I'm below average. You are a 10 over here at the Wiley Show. Okay? You are 1-0 over here. So don't you go over there, women. I'm a number 5. Don't go over here. I'm going to act like I don't know you. Okay? Yeah, he's a straight man. He's straight. He's straight. He said he's a straight man, okay? So my producers, we're trying to track down that black woman. We will uplift her. I'll date her because she look good. I'll date her. I won't have a problem with it. I'll date her. So producers tell her, hey, baby, I'll date her. I date her. I don't have a problem, but she probably don't like a man that's changing diapers for a living. She probably don't want a man that's changing diapers. She probably want a man that owns 15 assisted living facilities, but I may be changing diapers today or briefs today and may own and operate my own assisted living facility, which I will own and operate the Wiley assisted living facilities, where we have cannabis, where people can eat good old food, eat cannabis, and have their own session when they want to get it in. We're going to have those facilities, people. It's going to come. Though I don't have it right now, but in my vision, Shata, I know I'm going to own my own assisted living facilities, okay? Paying my staff good amount of money an hour. Having a smoking session and a love-making unit. So if you want to make love, you have special rooms so you can get it in, okay? If it still get up and if it still work and it still get up there, we will have the Viagra and the cannabis and the brownies and the cookies and all that type of stuff in my assisted living facility, okay? I'm just saying. Let me drink a little bit more of this, okay? But to Kevin, he did make, he did make her, she was like, you ain't got to be mean. She really would needed that. She needed a hug. I'm giving her a virtual hug. So, sister, I don't know if you're watching the Wiley Show. I'm giving you a virtual hug. I'm hugging you right now. You are beautiful. You're not a number 5. You're a number 10. You look really well, and you keep up the good work. And if you want to come on the Wiley Show, we go live every single day. If you want to talk offline for some consultation, because you do got money, you do got, bring your purse. You got to bring your purse. I'm sorry, because she got the bag. So bring your purse, because you making 6 figures. That's what we need. We need people over here that make 6 figures, and that's gonna contribute to our program. So bring your purse and all your figures, baby, and you will be loved over here at the Wiley Show. All right? Bring your purse. Don't you better not come without your bag. Bring all your purses, all the figures. All right. That's what Kevin Samuels said to her. So if y'all didn't go and check out that video, the name of the video, give me a second. Okay. The name of that video, because I was watching it. The name of that video is That You Are Average at Best Video. The full interview. Okay. That's the name of it. That Your Average at Best video, the full interview, okay? And that was the interaction that he had, okay? He said he's an image consultant, a lifestyle coach. That's what he said. Now we're going to move on to the next subject. And then ladies, if you want to call in now, so you already be in line, and we can speak about or gentlemen out here. All right. So Jaguar Wright and her husband, they dragging Talib Kweli. Okay. And Talib definitely was arguing with some of Jaguar Wright followers, and Jaguar Wright was offended by that. So her husband sent Talib a message, and he talking about, you the T King, come on over here, and you keep that energy. So he was cussing, and I didn't know the husband speak, because her husband didn't do all that talking, but he was doing a lot of talking about he want to beat up Talib. And Jaguar Wright said, the reason why my husband ain't been talking, because I told him don't talk, I do the talking. And so he was doing the talking today. And so Jaguar was going at it, calling Talib Kweli, talking about he's Tasha K, and he be having fake pages. And it was really, really crazy. Like, she was really pissed off with Talib. So then one of Talib's followers was like, did you see that Jaguar Wright coming at your head? And he was like, well, it's sad to see that that her son is speaking out. So we're going to see how that's going to fall out. So he's here for the mess. Now, we've been trying to get Talib on the show. He said no, that he don't want to come on the show because he said, quote, I'm not real media. And he said, I did not do my research on the situation, because, little backstory, he called out Storm Monroe. And Storm Monroe and him were getting into an altercation because he interviewed Jaguar Wright, until Talib was like, it's this YouTuber. How you surprised that Jaguar Wright lied on you, but when she lied on everybody, now you want to drag her because she lied on you. So that's pretty much the thing that going on, okay? And so they was making fun of his music, and Jaguar was really going at it. So if y'all saw that on her Instagram, because people were sending it to me, and she took it down like, dang, I wanted to play it on my show. But anyway, it's probably uploaded on YouTube. But she was going at it with Talib and talking about, you abuse women, that you get sloppy drunk, stop abusing women, and And then she was like calling him gay, calling him the F word. And he responded. He was like, so he responded to one of his followers. And he was like, so she was begging a gay man for sex? Because if you remember, Talib did a video and he said that Jaguar Wright was begging him, begging and pleading for the D. Begging and pleading for the D. And Talib was like, listen, since you begging for it so much, I'ma just give it to you. But then Talib was like, man, he's got tired of making love with Jaguar because he said, quote, Jaguar was too rough and that he would have to hide in other dressing rooms. That's what he said. And Jaguar saying that he's abusive, that he's aggressive, and that he took advantage of her, will show up in her dressing room, etc. So I don't know who to believe because they both got a story to tell. He said that they begged for the pee, that Jaguar begged for the pee, and Jaguar said that he forced the pee in her. So you don't know who to believe. They both got to take a lie detector test to see what's going on with the situation. Okay, that's what's going on. Okay, but Jaguar Wright husband talking about pull up. The Jaguar Wright husband want to fight, and I'm like, yo, like is it like this? Like the husband want to fight? I was getting kind of turned on because I'm like, finally the husband speaking because he wasn't speaking like that. And then Jaguar Wright lied to me. My car didn't get declined at McDonald's. We was at the taco place and I had the Cash App card. No, ma'am. You were at McDonald's. You were not at no taco place drive-thru. You were at McDonald's and your car got declined when you tried to get you a McGriddle. You were not getting a taco. Okay? She said that she was in the taco line and that she didn't use one of her good Cash App card. No. You were in McDonald's, ma'am. Now that I know for a fact, I saw the video when you were live streaming. You were at McDonald's and the car got declined. Okay? But yeah, he went to fight. He's talking about this and all that. He was talking a lot of stuff. I'm like, let him go. Let him fight. I was like, ding, ding, ding. Let the man fight. You know, sit down, Jaguar Wright. Let your man pull up. They were telling Talib, come to Texas. You better leave New York before they put something in your Uber Eats food. They was like, he better leave New York before they put something in this Uber Eats food. They were going at it. They were fighting. And I'm like, what is going on with these celebrities? They are really been fighting. I ain't talking about, yeah, you better go head on before I put some of your Uber Eats food and all that type of stuff. Yeah, they was really going at it. They was really I was like, what about this Uber Eats? All right. So it was something, okay? So that was going on. Now I'm gonna get to the last segment of the show. Then I'm over at the phone line. So I was on Clubhouse, okay, and one of Millie moderators on Clubhouse, but one of Millie moderators. She left the room. Y'all pray for her because she's just getting over COVID. So she left the room, and so we just all talking. So one of Millie's supporters, this is what happened. So any Mod Radio people that are here, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. One of Mod Radio people addressed Tasha K, being messy, saying, do you like Millie? What? No, she said, what's your problem with Millie, or are you a supporter of Millie? Being aggressive. And that particular supporter started and called Tasha K a B. And so they were arguing, and then they started calling each other a B. So I get on the line and I said, fight, in a joking way, trying to bring light to the situation. It was not Tasha. Tasha K did not start it. Tasha K didn't talk about her children. Tasha K didn't bring up anything like that at all. The lady, she was a Millie supporter, right? Got up there talking about, do you like Millie, being messy? And Tasha K pretty much said no. Then the lady was like, B, you ain't got to be aggressive. That's what the Millie supporter said. And then And then Tasha K said, B, you ain't got it. They just started calling each other B's. Me being Wiley, all I said was fight, fight, fight. That's all I said. And I was bringing light to the situation because I am a comedian, okay? That's all I was doing on Clubhouse. All I said was fight, fight. And they would laugh. It was just bringing light to the situation. That's what it was. People were trying to die down, talking about don't do this in this such and such room. This is her room. This is my this is opinionated room. Don't do this. It was cool because opinionated wasn't there. She was getting her medicine or whatever, and it was like going down. So I'm like, fine, and I shouldn't have said that. What I should have said was this. This is what I should have did as I slept on it. Really, I slept on it, and this is what I should have did. I should have said, ladies, let's not fight. Y'all are beautiful. Let's get it together. Don't fight. Just sit here. Though she may not like the person that you like, sit down. Let's be cool. But no, I was excited because I was on Club. I was excited. And I said, fight. I was excited, y'all. You know, it wasn't like there was no physical fight because they was in two different locations, but they were going at it. That's all what it was, okay? The lady was messy for asking Tasha about Millie, knowing that Tasha and Millie don't get along. They don't get along. It is what it is. And so Tasha K started to talk about Millie, and she started to explain why she don't like Millie. And she said, I'm not going to repeat what Tasha K said, but she said what she said, and then the lady went off and started calling Tasha K B's. Now, it was no B word spoken. The Millie supporter, my radio supporter, this lady, she started with it first. And we booted her out the room because she was being aggressive. And then Tasha K left, then the lady left, and that's what happened. I'm telling you, I'm not saying this because I like Tasha K and all that. No, I'm saying it because it's the truth. Tasha did not start with Millie in that room. It was a supporter that came in there and said, do you like Millie, or what's your problem with Millie, like that, being aggressive. And Tasha K was explaining why she don't like Millie, giving a little history. And then the lady said, B, you ain't got to say all this. That's what it was. I am telling you that's what it was. Because I was in the room. Okay? I was in the room and all that. And the only thing that I said, fight. In a joking way, bringing light to the situation so things can die down. Wasn't being aggressive in there. That's what it was. She claimed she didn't know they were beefing with everybody know. And the lady was like, yes, she came in there and was like, well, I didn't know they were, lady, you did know. Because it was her delivery of her asking the question that she knew that they were beefing. I felt it in my spirit that the lady was being messy. Because we weren't talking about my radio. We were literally just having a conversation about Clubhouse. We weren't talking about no YouTubers. We was literally, Tasha was talking. We was talking about different things in Clubhouse, different things, how you can, make connections, blah, blah, blah. And the lady came in and she said she had a question and it went left from there. Okay. I should have started to screen record, but I didn't do it. So then now some people from the My Radio people get me together, and I ain't really do that. The only thing that I did, I just said, fine. That's all I said in the joking, man. I'm a comedian. That's all I do. That's all I did. And I wasn't teaming up on Millie. No, I wasn't. Now, was I laughing in the background? Yes, I was laughing because it was funny when they were calling each other bees. It was, how Tasha K get when they go at it and all that. It was funny. It was funny. That's what it was. It was the heat of the moment. But if I could have slept on it, drunk my coffee, been a professional, I could have been like, ladies, this ain't the time to be bringing this up. I should have been very professional. I wasn't professional, stuff like that. I still like Millie. I still rock with my radio and all of that. That's what it was, people. Y'all know that. Come on now. Y'all know me better than that. But at the end of the day, I know what I do next time. I'm just not going to say nothing. I try to be peace. It's just like I was really putting on my peaceful hat, but I was wrong because I shouldn't have been laughing and I shouldn't have said fight, fight, fight. So we're gonna resolve it and stuff like that. I love my radio. It's not gonna be a beef, people. I'm just explaining to you. And one person didn't have nothing to do with it. It's opinionated with a side of shade. She didn't have nothing to do with that. When she left the room because she had to leave and do something, I think she had to take her medicine. Y'all pray for her, right? Going through it. So when she left, the lady came in the room and she started it. That's what it was. I'm telling y'all the truth. Do y'all believe me? Do y'all believe me? I was just being my funny. So I'm telling you, that's the first thing that came in like fight. That's what it was. And the bees were being flown and all that type of stuff. That's what it was, y'all. And what I should have did, I should have purposely said, ladies, let's not fight over here. Let's have peace. Okay. Now people saying, no, Wiley, you're messy. Listen, y'all. I was on Clubhouse. That's all what it was. Okay. Now I open up the phone lines if y'all want to speak on it and talk on it and stuff like that. Y'all, it's just always something. I be trying to do right and I just be messing up. They do go hard for her. And I understand it that you're going to go hard for a person, but let's be clear. That lady that came in, she was wrong. Let's just be 100%. Now, if Tasha K was in there throwing shade at Millie in the room, then I see it will usher you to make a comment like, what's your problem? Blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't like that. That lady came up in their room, started mess, and they went back, and then she called Tasha K a B, and Tasha K got a right to clap back. Ain't nobody gonna let you call him a B and you just gonna sit there and just take it. Tasha K is not one of them type of people. She's gonna clap back and she's gonna say what she got to say. No, I did not. I did not. No, you're not gonna say I ain't. I know I didn't do nothing like that. Instigated nothing. I ain't really speak because I was muted. But when I when I unmuted myself, I will tell you. All I said was fight. Now, I should have said that. Now, for that, I was wrong. I shouldn't have said that. That was unworded. Now, I should have I should have never said that, okay? But I did unmute myself and said fight, and I should never said that. That's the part that I wish that I should have said. Hello? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, thank you again. All right. Thank you. All right. Now, bye bye. Yeah. So that's what happened. So that's what happened. They said that was messy. I ain't mad. That I'm telling you, that is what was the situation. And I wish I would have called. And what I should have did, I should have called Millie and talked about it and stuff like that. Because when it gets back to Millie, it ain't gonna be my version. My version is gonna get lost in the sauce. And the only thing that I did was messy, and that could have been concluded as messy when I said fight. But they were just arguing about each other, calling each other bees. That's what it was. It'd be funny when Tasha K and them be going off, be saying B and all that. I be giggling. I can't giggle, but I do apologize to that. So to Millie, I don't know if we have anybody in the bushes for Militopia. I do apologize for that. Because that was the only thing. That was the only thing. Now I shouldn't have said nothing about it. I should have just left it alone. Being trying to go on my backup channel and break a story, it went left. But hey, that's what happened over there. Okay. We will open up the phone lines if anybody want to call in and speak on it. Here we go. Let me give y'all the number right now. Give me a second. Put the number in the chat. All right. So if you want to call in and speak on the subjects that we talked about, it is what it is, and there you go. Okay. Now I know y'all gonna get me together in the comments. I already know it, y'all. I'm prepared for it because I shouldn't have said what I said, honestly. Let's go to the first caller. 9271, caller, you on air.
Hey Wiley, this Miss Seattle in the house.
Hey, Miss Seattle.
And I'm calling in regards to Kevin Samuels. Okay. So if you really look at it and pay attention, he was trying to give her an out several times. But what I saw was her trying to make him change his mind in his assessment. And at first it wasn't that he was being nice or that he was being mean, but he was giving the assessment. And each time she would ask a question, he would give his answer, his assessment. She would attempt to make him say something different. And that's where he started to get pissed off. Because he literally said this. He said, lady, you called in for my advice, for my opinion. And when I give it to you, you try to make me say something else. And over and over and over again until he just got pissed.
And
that's what I saw.
That's what you saw from that.
Mean?
Okay. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. And what does he mean? Well, once he got revved up, he was mean. He was mean because he was pissed. He was like, you're not listening to me. And then he just started being very mean with it. Now, in terms of him and his site as a whole, he promotes wealthy men as being the upper echelon, the man that's hard to attain, the man that every woman wants to attain. And that's only by finances. That is not by his character, not by his integrity, not by the things he has done in the past, not how he treats others, only by finances. And I have an issue with that. And also with that, when he was telling her that she is average, okay, and that, she will never, and that she has kids and this, that, and the third, because to him, the only type of women that can attain this high valued or high quality man is a woman that is in her 20s, that doesn't have any children, that is a size 2 to 6, okay, and that is somewhat educated. That's it. Those are the qualifications for a woman who qualifies for his category of a high class valued man. However, these men can be highly overweight, mean as a snake, and just all these other things. They can be fat, ugly, mean, abusive, all these things. It doesn't matter. He's pulling in that bread.
And for me, I was coming at, that's what you really want. Do your research on those group of people and look at the statistics of those high quality men, right? And for the lady, I just think that she was so hurt of just not getting what she wanted. She wanted some type of agree with me because she's just so tired of people disagreeing with her. I think if you asked her to have a conversation, she probably went through a lot, because even in that conversation, she probably been verbally abused or not really been single for a while. Probably regret having a child at 16. And that was a big thing when she brought that up. She was like, y'all got to stop using that excuse from making that mistake. That's your fault. And, he brought that up to her because she was like, well, I was being young and dumb. And he was like, that's not an excuse. That's the mistake that you made. And his delivery comes off very stern in his delivery. I think he's not going to.
He is stern, but he got pissed every time she just continued to try to make him change what he was saying.
Right.
She didn't like, and I understand she didn't like what he was saying. I mean, because pretty much, again, she did not hold up to his list of things of what him and his show says a high-powered man wants. She doesn't add up. period. Okay. So he was telling her that, and he was stern. She was trying to get him to change his mind and say something different. And he was like, I'm not going to say anything different. I'm not going to tell you anything different. But she kept pressing and pressing and pressing. And then finally he just went the fuck off. I mean, he just went off.
All right. Well, we thank you so very much for calling in.
Thank you. Bye.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye. That was good. So we're going to go to the next caller. And we were talking about Kevin Samuels. If you missed it, rewind the tape back. That's what we're talking about. We was reviewing the episode of him interviewing a caller that called in. And she said that she's average. And he said that she's average at best. Okay? Because she was calling in for relationship advice. Anonymous, you live on air.
Hey, Wiley, how you doing?
Hey.
Hey, so I strongly agree with your last caller. She made excellent points, and I think she gave a really good recitation of what happened. So I think the big issue for me watching that, I felt so uncomfortable as a woman and not because of Kevin, but because I think we have too many women who are not secure in themselves, and they're looking to men like Kevin or Tommy Sotomayor, these kinds of men, to give them some sense of acceptance, to let them know you're good enough. And it looked like to me that's what she was trying to do. She thought because Kevin relies a lot on, he fat shames a lot. So he'll say, as your last caller said, oh, if you're size 6 and under, you're acceptable. And I think she thought he was going to praise her because she was very slender. She didn't realize that he was going to insult her face and then use her age against her and all these things. And as I watched it, all I could think was, why would a woman subject herself to this at 35 years old? And then it really hit me. It's just, she has a low self-esteem and she needs somebody like this to tell her she's good, instead of being able to tell herself she's good and having that confidence in herself. And I wanted to tell you that she did an interview. Actually, it's a really nice interview. It was with a woman, and we got to know a lot more about her. Her name's Jessica, and she really seems like a sweet woman. And she was able to get into more exactly what she was looking for. A lot of people sided with Kevin Samuels, and they were saying, well, she thinks money and this and that. But it sounded to me like she really wanted what I would call a high quality man or a high value man, which is a man who treats people well, who respects people, who's ambitious, all these things that are way more important than the 6 figures. And she talked about that. So that might be something for you to take a look at just for some additional commentary.
And send me the link to that, and I'm going to do that, and I will go back live today. We're going to take like a couple hour break, and I will go back live today and talk about that, and I will add that to the list to talk about.
Okay,
because I do want to see that, because when I'm out driving, I can watch that and take notes of that. But thank you for letting me know that. And, I hope that she get a good man too. But what she has to also too is, she may have met a good man and probably rejected him because he don't have the 6 figures.
I think her issue, and I understood what she was saying. You're going to see too when you see the interview. She said she has been running into men looking for her to kind of take care of them or put them on. They're saying, "Oh, well, you have this business. Well, you help me get a business."
Oh,
so she said she has
that's a you do have those type, because you can be the man that's good and can get inspired by what you have and to make them get better. I've seen men like that. I had a friend. He wasn't into nursing school, but once he started dating this nurse, he got into nursing school because she didn't pressure him. He was just inspired by what she did. And she was like, you could do this too. And he did it. And now they both, one is a DON, one is an ADON. They making good money together. But he started out as a CNA.
Yes. And if you listen, she says she was open to that. And after these bad experiences, she thought, well, you know what? Maybe it makes more sense for me to have someone in the same income bracket that I am. I think that's all she was saying.
Yeah, I hear her point too. And that's the pressure that women have, particularly Black women, when they make a lot of money, because already Black men, it's not enough of them. I think Black women that make a lot of money outnumber Black men that make money, if that makes sense. And so it's only a selective few of that, and they have to compete with so many other races for that group of men that's making it bad.
So true. And I know from my own personal experience, it's like that. And what you have to do, I mean, for me, what I had to do was say, I have to find a person with the values that I need. So not much less than the money that I needed.
Right.
I needed that person to treat me well and to treat other people well. And, you know, stuff like that. Because I think when you become a Black female professional, it is difficult to find your counterpart, your male counterpart.
Yeah,
There's not a lot.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're exactly
Okay.
right about
So,
that.
hey, thanks for letting me talk to you. I'm going to email you.
All right, please do, because I do want to watch that. And that could be good. We can add on the docket. So that means y'all going to get 2 videos today. Thank you.
All right.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Let's go to the next caller. Make sure y'all subscribe. We're really close to 20,000 subscribers. Next caller, 2693. Caller, you on air? 2693. I want to make sure. Hello, you live. 2693. Hello. All right, I'm going to put you on mute, and then I'll bring you back because you're not saying that. I'm going to try one more time. 2693. All right, let me go to the next caller. All right, 2448. Caller, you're on air.
Hi, Wiley.
Hey.
Hi, I just wanted to chime in on the Kevin Samuels subject as well, because I also saw the other interview with the young lady. And I think it seemed like what happened with that interview is like she was trying to convey one thing and he's just pushing the objective that maybe his clients have. Like maybe the high value men clients he's dealing with, they want to have a woman where they can start a family with. So that's why I think he kept saying, well, you have a son, you have this, you have that, and you're average at best, because maybe he's speaking about his client base. And he didn't really necessarily hear what she was asking him, because she, as a woman who's making 6 figures, she's just looking for someone she could be equally yoked with. Like, you know, maybe if she goes on vacation, she doesn't want to be the only one paying. You know, she wants a man that's making close to what she's making. And it just seems like the two wires got crossed, kind of. And I don't think that it definitely seemed, I don't think that she was insecure. I think as a businesswoman, she was able to take it, you know, because she kept asking him, like, what do you think? And that's why I'm asking you. She just wanted, I guess, a dose of truth, but I didn't see that as her being low self-esteem, because she basically said that she's a 5, and when she fixes herself up, she's a 6, but he told her you couldn't choose 7. So that's another reason why she said that, because maybe if he was
Who is
said
him
that,
to tell her what she cannot choose? Like, come on.
Right.
Y'all gotta understand. Where y'all get y'all source of information from. Come on, he gonna tell her what she can't. You know, and he's controlling. And I won't want a man. Not me. Tell me what number I can't choose, and you can't choose 7.
Right. He's definitely controlling, but I don't think it bothered her as much as, well, I don't think she took it as hard as people may have thought.
I think the people took it as hard because we felt that energy. If she didn't take it as hard, we sure felt that, and it built up so much controversy that they were talking about it on Clubhouse. So obviously, even Roland Martin was talking about it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Even Roland Martin was talking about it.
I saw that too. That's why I kept watching stuff. But when I came across her speaking, it just kind of helped make all the sense. And that's like, okay, she wasn't saying she was trying to, you know, be that bad bee and do this and do that. She was just trying to ask questions about how she can find someone in her category. And he was just going off the fact, well, you have a kid, you have this, and you're not a 10 and this and that. And it's like, she's not looking for that type of guy, because they're all not like that.
No. So I'm glad that conversation was had, because it is a conversation that do need to be had, because professional women, particularly Black women, suffer a lot with loneliness. And you know what I mean? They don't, they making all this money. And then when they do date, I don't want a man that I got to provide for. And they typically get those type of men. And that's why you can't go in a relationship buying stuff and paying for stuff all the time, you know?
Right.
Yes. It is a conversation that do need to be had, because that lady did open up Pandora's box. Because if you look at the statistics, Black professional women still not getting married at a high rate compared to other races, compared to white professional women. And that comes from the income disparities from as a people. We're not matching up because we a lot of people was in poverty, not really, you know what I mean?
That is so true. And it is a conversation we need to have on a grander scale and really look at it from aspects of facts and truth and try to take the emotion out of it. Because I think once we all get so emotional about it, we don't hear each other. And I think, and I think her wanted to hear her answer and him just getting frustrated. Neither one of them to me was really connecting. Because, so I think at a point we got to take emotions out of it and just look at it as a whole to really figure out what we need to do as a people.
Well, thank you so very much.
Well, thank you for having me, and I'm gonna keep listening.
All right, thank you. All right, shout out to the women that are calling in. The brothers, y'all can call in too if y'all got something to say. All right, let's go to 8137. Caller, you on the air. Hello, 8137. You live on the air. Hello, 8137. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, sister.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you turn me down the background so I can hear you clearly?
Sure. Okay, let me just turn this down.
Okay.
Okay. I just wanted to say something about Kevin. That's his name, right?
Kevin. Yes. Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I don't agree with the lady that just called in. I don't think it's that girl's. My problem is, why is a woman that are over 30, Black women, calling this man? To me, he seems so damaged. You know what I mean? Like, he has no compassion. Like, you don't have to tell people a lie, but also you don't have to, like, because he's giving advice from, like, not everybody's meant for him. You understand what I'm saying? We all have, like, everybody's we're all different. Like, I'm from Ethiopia. I'm a Black woman. So when he talks about, oh, you're not beautiful enough, you're not this enough, and I'm just like, you don't know all Black people in the world. You have no idea what we look like in East Africa. Like, so when you talk about Black people, be careful how you talk about Black women. And Malcolm X said it best: Black women are the most disrespectful women on earth. Because the thing is, we disrespect ourselves. I believe that, because I will never call that man to ask for advice when it comes to anything about my relationship. Because at the end of the day, there's always a man out there for me. So who is he to tell me, oh, you're this, you're that, you're not going to get this so-and-so person? Who is he?
Who made him God? Okay. Of matchmaking.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say, because I feel so bad for those ladies. Like, I don't even know why they call in.
I feel you. I don't know, and maybe we need more outlets of women giving out relationship advice for that. Yes, thank you, caller. Did she hang up? I don't know if she hung up, but the number is 646-716-8447. Thank you to the callers. Y'all are calling in. Didn't say a cuss word. Y'all are really good to the new callers. So this is the new direction of the show, where we have these uncomfortable conversations, and you, the viewer, will be able to call in and to speak on these issues. Okay. Now, when it comes to the Kevin Samuels and all of that, you could go for it. I'm not telling you not to go for advice, but make sure you're strong enough to hear the opposing side. But make sure you have that foundation where you don't have to run to the internet to get advice. Make sure you have a structure where you can talk to people like one of your girlfriends, offline, before you go publicly doing that as well. Okay. I think I see Shell Whitfield in here. Shell Whitfield, call in. I'm surprised you ain't call in. I don't think I talked to you in a while. Sisters out there, how y'all feel? I ain't gonna tell you below average. All y'all are beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. What do y'all have to say? I don't know if you called in as well. I don't know if you watched the interview. I think his profession is giving people an idea of how to attract high quality men. Okay. But you're still high quality if you're not making 6 figures. But he's talking about how to get rich men. Okay. And he's giving his ideas of how you could attract that rich man. All right. Oh, you did call, Shell Whitfield. That was your voice. Okay, you did call. That was your voice, because your voice sound for me. Because usually you say your name, hey, this Shell Whitfield. You did call. You did. I remember your voice because my antennas went off when I heard your voice. Because you have you've been calling to the Wiley Show for a long time. You did call. They say he's another Steve Harvey. Okay, so we will be back live tonight. Okay, and we also will be going back live tonight on YouTube, and we will continue this conversation. It's 3 different topics. I'm not going to get into what we're going to talk about that I do want to talk about on here, and some of y'all going to like it, some of y'all not going to like it, but it is what it is. But some of y'all going to like it, and some of y'all not going to like it. Okay. It is what it is, but we are here for it. All right. You say you email me. I'm checking my email now. All right. So we will be back live tonight. So make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all thumbs up. Do not forget your stimulus check. For people that have gotten a previous stimulus check, if you got a direct deposit, that's where it will come from according to the Department of Treasury. And if you have children under the age of 18, I think under the age of 17, you will get $600 per child. And you, of course, look at the income to make sure you're with those qualifications, but it will be $600. Those people on unemployment will get an extra $300 a week. So that's pretty much what's been going on. We should have gotten more, but until Americans wake up and start getting politicians in office that really going to fight for you and fight for your family and fight for the working class, we will continue to get screwed by Congress. I do believe, in my humble opinion, Congress. Well, if you didn't get the first one, you need to have been talking to the IRS. If you didn't get the first one, you supposed to been talking to them. If you didn't get your first one, I just feel like Congress is out of touch. And sometimes when you have your congressman making all of this money, you got to be in touch of your people. And I do believe we need term limits in Congress. Just like president, 2 terms in Congress, you need term limits where you only can serve 2 terms in Congress. I think they're very out of touch. When I was looking at some of them congresswomen and congressmen, they were talking, they worth all this million and literally debating, and people are literally suffering, right? You have people that owe months of back rent that are facing evictions. And when they lift those eviction, when they lift it up to allow people to get evicted, it's going to be a lot of people that's going to get evicted. They still did not address the landlords that got to pay rent or mortgage because they tenant can't pay the rent, but yet they still got to pay the mortgage. So a lot of places are going to get foreclosed. So it's like a in-depth situation. But we need people in Congress that every day, how can I help the working class? How can I help poor people? This is why I love Reverend Barber with the Poor People's Campaign, because rarely politicians talk about poor folks. Hello, and it's more poor people now than it ever been. No matter the race, it's a lot of poor people out here. But we need politicians in Congress that are going to fight for the working class. They're going to fight for the poor people. And they're going to make sure that laws and bills get implemented and up there and fight for people like that, because it is an insult that the richest country in the world or the wealthiest country in the world going to give you half of $600. You owe so much in back rent. You can't afford the insurance. You're suffering from the COVID, got the COVID aftershock, can't hardly move like they used to, can't hardly find a good job. And this is what we are offered from Congress. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Every one of them should be ashamed. But most of them Congress people that are in there got $1 million homes. Their kids are taken care of. They're not struggling. They're not facing an eviction. And this is what they come out with. They should be ashamed. The Democrats as well as the Republicans. Both parties have failed the working and the poor people of this country. They both have failed. President, Congress, the Senate, all of them have failed. That is an insult to give somebody that's suffering so much $600. What the hell are you going to do with $600 and you owe 8-9 months in back rent? What the hell that's going to do? That is an insult. People need thousands, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 grand to get out of the hole that they in. No fault of them all, but for the failure of the government for not taking COVID serious. Now they got to sit and stuff. Oh, we're gonna give y'all and got a nerve to smile. That ain't no good relief. That is an insult. Ooh, I'm getting kind of angry. It really makes me so angry. This is why I cannot watch the news, because I get triggered. I get triggered because Congress is not doing their job like they're supposed to. They got the purse and they're not willing to help people that are suffering. They will help other countries before they help their own goddamn own citizens. That to me is an insult. That's crazy. You will give money to other countries so they can build their economy, and the people at home is suffering. Does that make any sense? That don't make no sense to me. And I just had to say that, you guys, I just hope that we get it together and stuff. And let's see how it goes with Biden and Kamala Harris. I'm gonna tell you, I don't have my hopes up that high, because just judging by the history of this country, they don't do enough for poor people and for the working class. I was excited temporarily, but that excitement have left when all they come up with, oh, we're going to give y'all $600. All of these millions of people that are suffering in this country because of COVID. All these people that are suffering. And just because the vaccine, it's people that are still suffering that already, before they got the vaccine, they got the Rona. Some did not make it. Some getting Rona, can't move like they used to. So it's going to be a lot of people with a lot of health problems, and you got Affordable Care Act that ain't affordable. They ain't got no good type of care, and the act ain't nowhere near to be found. Because I went and looked and applied for the Affordable Care Act. It ain't affordable. I ain't feel no care, and it didn't act. In my case, it was too goddamn expensive, and it wasn't doing nothing to help out the people in there. So we'll talk about it more in the next live, because I'm really getting triggered when I talk about politics, y'all. I get really triggered, but I definitely have to bring that up. So we as Americans, we have to be more involved of who we elect in Congress and who do we elect in the Senate, and and we just got to do a better job, because Republicans as well as Democrats, they are both not doing the way they should be doing, and they are still got the best health care, the best, they getting good income, their families are doing well, they're not suffering like how many people are, and our loved ones are suffering. Let me go to this last caller. We're done. 6534, caller on air.
Hello.
Hey,
I was just calling in about the stimulus package that you were just talking about.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm really upset that it's only $600 too, and then they be talking about $2,400 for a family of 4, which that is helpful, but for just a single household and it's one person, $600 don't. I mean, it might pay your back light bill or something like that, but that's really not going to help us. And I think the government was just playing a pawn game to see who was going to win the election. And now that Trump is going out, they do not really want him going out on a big note saying that he gave us this. So, of course, they're going to make him look worse than which he already is, which he is a horrible person. But he have done some good things, but he still is a horrible person. And as far as the rental and mortgage thing, they do have something in the package for rental relief and mortgage relief in this package. But they said it's going to be a little different to get it than it did last time. But I do think that the Biden administration, when he gets in, I think he's going to kick us off with a couple of stimulus packages, because he really understands the need of the average American family not making $75,000 a year, how bad they are hurting. So I really think they were just playing us as pawns, like on the chessboard. And I do believe that when Biden get in, his administration is going to help us so much. And that's why they are pushing for those 2 Senate seats in Georgia. Now, that's just how I feel.
I feel you on that. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, because I was like $600. I was like, what the heck is that gonna do? And then you might not even get it before New Year's. So, it's not coming before the holidays, because Thanksgiving and Christmas Thanksgiving gone and Christmas can be here this weekend, and then it's going to be gone. And I just don't think that they're going to start sending the money out next week, because if it was that fact, then why the hell ain't the president signing it today? Because both bills passed last night. So if he wanted to, he could have took his butt off the golf course and came and signed the bill today into law.
I feel you on that. Well, we thank you so much for calling in.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night, Wally.
All right, you too. Good night. All right. Thank you, everybody,
Bye-bye.
for calling in. Thank you. Y'all have a good one, and we will see y'all in the next video. Peace.